in the Mount Gravatt area. Been here a couple of times before, sometimes I've bought stuff. Just a cool store to look around, super retro. It's cool to see like the boxed stuff. Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, that's cool. Let's have a look inside. What's that? Brand new, sealed, I don't know. Hey, probably Beyond. I think that's the rarest GameCube game. Turok 3. I had Mario Party 3 in the box once, where I sold them all. Herc's Adventure, that's a fun game. There's not a lot of PS2 stuff I'm still chasing, but there's a few things. Is that the one you're chasing, babe? Barbie, Horse Adventure? Isn't there a super rare Barbie game on the PS2? It's cool to see. For Atari ST. I've always wanted to get into retro computer stuff, but you just never really see it around. And of course the old floppy disks, it's a total gamble whether they work or not. A lot of Saturn stuff. You never see Saturn stuff. Lost Vikings, Frankenstein, wow. Mega CD. Used to collect for Atari, but not anymore. Good PSP stuff. Buy two, get one free, that's not bad. Hey, N-Gage games. Never see N-Gage stuff. Got a PS1. PS1's gone just nuts. Never heard of that one at the bottom left. I don't know what kind of game that is. Bunnies. A lot of good DS stuff. I've actually found something I don't have. Brothers in Arms DS. I didn't know there was a Brothers in Arms game on the Nintendo DS. It looks pretty good for a Nintendo DS game. It's 3D. You wanna hold that one? I'll probably pick that up. See what else they've got. Ninja Town. Wow, that one's expensive now. Neighbors from Hell. Hey look, Catherine. That one looks fun. I think that's based on a PC game. Pets. Some of them are pretty expensive. I don't know if they're worth $25 for a pet game, but maybe it is. Some more cool stuff in the cases. It's a cool case for Phantom Hourglass. Taz Express, never heard of that one. I don't mind visiting the retro stores. You can look at stuff that you've probably never seen or heard of before. Game Boy stuff. Chrono Cross? PS1 game, I think. Looks like this is all import stuff. It is cool, I like import stuff. Yeah. Old NES. I almost had a copy of Illusion of Time once, but it didn't have the game inside of it. It was just like an old rental case. The fighting game, Double Dragon, really bad. Prices don't seem bad. Some stuff's pretty affordable, like Kid Clown, that's a good game. Never played Blazing Skies. Revolution X, that one's alright. The Aerosmith game, I think it is. Pinocchio's a great game. Wrath of the Black Manta, I actually love the cover of that. werewolf where he's coming out of the cover. That's some cool stuff. That's cool. They look brand new sealed. They look a Kirby game. Never heard of that one. Canvas Curse. Maybe it's like an artwork one where you paint. A lot of loose ones. I try to avoid loose DS stuff where I can. And there's your consoles. NES, PS2's gone up in price. Nintendo 64 holder. Oh, top loader. $700, wow.
He's basically like a brother.
Check out this one too, the CEX. Garden City doesn't usually have much, but we'll have a look, see if they have anything I want. I'm on a PS4 kick right now, so we'll find some good PS4 stuff. Might use the vouchers. The ultimate music quiz. Some good stuff, but it's stuff I have. I don't think I have the Volume 2. Yeah, because this is the PSP ones, right? I'm not sure if I have that. Might be picking that up, but I never see that one ever. That's a good find. What is this? King of Fighters? Oh wow, that's expensive. You never see King of Fighters though. I might have to check my CX credit. If I have enough, I might get it. Found another one I wanted, Monster Puzzle. I've got $81 on a voucher, so I'll pick them both up. I'm gonna leave the King of Fighters for another time. Hopefully it's still there next time I'm here. I'm looking for a copy of Mario Party 9, but this one doesn't have the manual, so I won't pick it up. A lot of Wii U games. Hey, look, the best one. It's $8. People really hate it that much, Catherine.
Yeah.
A lot of Switch games too.
We didn't want that. We wanted an actual game.
I'd like to get this one on PS4. Toki. I never see it like cheap enough that I would want to pick it up. So I got a couple things from that cash converter store. They also gave me this free cheeseburger from Macca's. Let's go cash that in. There we go. I don't normally eat stuff like this. It's a special occasion. It's a free. Eat it on the way to the next op shop. Some cool stuff. Fang, ginger snaps. Hercules Returns. Don't know what that is. Dusk Till Dawn. Werewolf? Howling Collection. Dude, look at that. That's really cool. Have a bit more of a look around, see if we find anything else. Not seeing anything, but we'll have a look. Alright guys, we're welcoming you back to the pickups portion of the video. Got some pretty cool stuff in this video, some really cool movies, some games for the collection, bit of stuff to resell as well. Good stuff all around. Nothing crazy, nothing over like $50 of value I don't think, but some nice stuff for the prices we paid. Started off with the CEX, and we're gonna have to start looking for some more CEX fodder because we're just about out of credit, folks. We got $20 left in the store credit, and that's it. But while I was in there, I grabbed this copy of Monster Puzzle for the DS. I actually have a copy of this already that I had in a printed out cover, but I thought, oh, it's nice to have things in their official cases, you know, manuals, cover art, stuff like that. Better than just a loose disc and some printed out artwork. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty fun game. $8 is a pretty good deal for it. I don't think it was released here in Australia, so it's pretty difficult to find here. Which I'm finding is the case with a lot of the Nintendo DS games. There's a lot of great Nintendo DS games. Maybe in the PAL regions you can go onto your CEX and immediately find copies, but over here, you know, it's drip feeding. You only get what comes in, and what comes in is not much. It's very hard to find some of these DS titles I want. We have Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan, $4 for a Blu-ray, which I thought was a fantastic price. This is supposed to be the best Star Trek movie. I've actually seen the sequel to this, but not this one. I think this is the third movie. We'll give it a watch, see how it is. And I thought I'd treat myself. I have a list of PS3 stuff I still needed at the beginning of the year. I thought that by the end of the year I'd easily have all of the ones I wanted, but that's before I bought a house, so I've been prioritizing home loan repayments and extra repayments over frivolous spending like this. But because it was on the trading credit, I thought, yeah, I'll grab it. It's one I don't have. This is the God of War Collection Volume 2. Has the PSP games Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta. I've played both of these. I've played all the old God of Wars. These were some of my favorite games on the PSP back in the day. The PSP had so many great games. To my knowledge, it's hard to play them now. I don't think there's good PSP emulation. I don't think there's any online thing for the PSP in the same way that there is PS2 and PS1 on the PS4 now. So, you know, stuff like this still very valuable. But I didn't have that one. I had the first collection, but not that one. So that was from CEX. Other than that, I'll show you this stuff. I went to the Goodna area, and I wanted to have a look around the op shops on a Monday before I picked my wife up from work. And went to the cash converters there, which is newly reopened. Found some pretty good stuff. We have a PlayStation 4 Resident Evil 3 here for $12. I saw this for $15 in the other store I was in last week, but I didn't buy it. I figured $12, that's my buy-in price. It still goes for around $30 to $40, so $12 is a very, very good deal. I just remember hearing this one wasn't as good as Resident Evil 2, or Resident Evil 7, so I'll still give it a play, still see how it is. It's supposed to be a lot like the original Resident Evil 3 in that it's much more action-based, and it's not really scary at all. We'll give it a go, see how it is. This one was $5. Turns out that was a bit much for this. Doesn't go for much more than that. But I thought like a 2-movie collection for like movies I like on Blu-ray, that's not a bad price. We have Atlantis, The Lost Empire, and Milo's Return. I like Milo's Return. It was supposed to be a television pilot for a TV series, but the movie itself bombed, so neither the movie nor the TV series really got any love after that. They were hyping up big time though, you know. Atlantis had a video game, it had a TV series that was gonna go. They expected a lot from this, and it is a great movie, but not worth anything. These are Disney ones. They used to be worth a little bit, but now that it's all on the Disney Plus, it's not worth much at all. Another Blu-ray, Eastern Promises with Viggo Mortensen. I do like his movies. Also from David Cronenberg, who I really, really like as a director. I think he's a director. I see his name on some movies, and I really, really like them. He's the guy that made History of Violence. He made other stuff as well, like, what did he make? Cronenberg's made a lot of... Hold on, I'm actually going to look this up. So I thought so. He made some good movies that I've seen. He made The Fly. He made Videodrome as well, which I really, really like Videodrome. These are from an up shop, I thought. This one might be a good one to sell. 3-pack of Napoleon, Elmo and Grouchland, and the Care Bears movie. $2. Try and get 10 for it, we'll see. And I think these are all from the one place. These are $1 each. Ghostbusters 1 and 2 should get about 10 for that. It came to Condura and the Professionals. I think I should get about $10 for that as well. The Ghost in the Darkness. I'm not sure if this is worth anything, but it's about Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer hunting down a lion. So it sounds interesting. I want to watch it. And this one was brand new, sealed. Independence Day Resurgence. I've not seen this one. I'm not sure if it's a good movie. But it's brand new, sealed. I'll give it a go. Try and sell it. This stuff here and there were all from yesterday. I went out and did a little bit of game hunting on my way to Dad's. Someone asked me, a guy's channel I watch, he asked me if I usually go very far out to go game hunting, and I'll answer everyone with this question. No, not really. Generally, the only time I go further out than maybe 10, 15 kilometers is if I'm visiting my parents, because they live a little bit further away, and sometimes I'll hit up the op shops on the way there. But that's the only time I really go hunting out further. I used to go everywhere. I used to go hunting out really far, but my system for game hunting has really changed over the past year because of what I used to do is I would go on the Cash Converters website and I would buy things on their web shop, and then I would go and pick them up because they didn't always have a shipping option available. Some things were in-store purchase only. So I would buy them and pay for them and then just go and show them my ID and pick the item up. But nowadays it seems like everything they list on their web shop has shipping available, and it means it goes like that. If it's anything that's any good, people will pay for shipping and have it shipped to their door. It's a lot harder to get a deal on the web shop now than it used to be. But speaking of which, I got a deal on the web shop. Must have just been lucky timing on my part. We have 5 PS4 games here. A couple to resell, some to add to my collection. I'm still going hard on that PS4 collection. There's so many cool games. It's a pretty good time to buy them right now. The prices are decently low. You're not getting fleeced on them. There's very few games over the kind of $50 to $100 mark, and you can find them cheap if you're out looking for them. Like here, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is to sell, not worth heaps, but for $5 I should make a little bit. Lego Dimensions, I don't have this in my collection, but I don't really care about it, so I'm just going to sell it. This is worth quite a bit, actually. Just for the base game itself. Usually you have to have, I know of the Skylanders, you need to have the portal and the figures. With this, it's people pay for the base game. Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection for $5. This is for myself. Not worth heaps and heaps, but it's great to have these 3 games on one disc. Goodness knows these are some great games to have. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I have this loose disc, which I bought from a JB Hi-Fi, but it's nice to get it. I guess as complete as new games come now. They don't really come with a manual, but I did play this one. It's pretty good. Didn't finish it. Might go back to it someday. It's nice to have for $5, and this was the big one here, Jump Force. This still sells in the $40 range, and I only paid $5 for it. This is going into my collection. Looks like a pretty fun game, like a fighting game with anime characters. I do like a bit of the anime. Cool find there. I have some other finds too. That was at the cash converters in Maruka. These were also found in Maruka. I went to the salvos there, and these were $2 each. All of these, 2 of these are to sell, 1 of these are to keep. We have Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, The Great Outdoors. Should hopefully get about 10 for that. Splash with Tom Hanks. This is the version where you see a bare ass, so it is worth a little bit more. If you don't know what I mean, just look it up. Just look up Splash, Tom Hanks, and I'm sure you'll find it. Old Disney movie there. I'm pretty sure this was a Disney one. It definitely became Disney. Touchstone, yeah, I think Touchstone is owned by Disney now. They may have always been owned by Disney, I'm not sure. Yeah, Splash there. I should get about 15 for that, maybe. Yeah, one to watch, Death in Brunswick with Sam Neill. Good Aussie movie. Haven't seen it before, but I've heard a lot of good things, so I'll give it a watch, see how it is. And these are all from the YMCA op shop. I wish there were more of these around, because I usually find some pretty decent stuff in these ones. We have Jeff Wayne's musical version of The War of the Worlds. If you find the DVD of this, you'll get about $35 for it. But the CD itself still goes for about $20 shipped, so for a couple bucks, why not? Number 1 Ladies Detective Agency. I was pretty excited to find this because the last time I found it, I think I got over $40 for it, but now you'd be lucky to get maybe $15 for $2. Not bad. That's the way of these DVDs. You gotta really keep up with the prices. Some stuff is, it'll come back into the public's eye somehow. Like maybe one of the actors in this got a big part in another movie, and so this series becomes more well-known because, it's a good series if people recommend it. But then over time, the hype dies down and it just goes back down to being not worth very much. This one is 50 cents. Rita Sue and Bo 2? I think that's what it says, Bo. Rita Sue and Bob 2, there we go. This is a British movie of how people living in the council estates. It's a comedy. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna watch it. It should be fun. Right, and the last lot of stuff here. I'll show you this stuff first. Right, from an op shop around near my dad in the Raby Bay area. There was a Salvation Army that had all of these for $1 each, except for the collection one, which was $4. So we have Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 on the PC. If you're going to buy PC games, you got to get the old PC games, otherwise they're not worth very much. This one's weird, though. I thought it might be a bootleg. It just has a kind of look of cheapness about it. But then it says it's not fake, 100% genuine software. I don't know. And the disc itself, it is like a proper PC gaming disc. I think it's real. They may have just cheaped out on the production for whatever reason, or maybe the cover is printed. I'm really not sure. Put it up there. It was only $1. $1 for Just Dance, not worth a heap. I should make a little bit on it. Water for Elephants, I thought, a Blu-ray for slipcover for $1, it's got to be worth it, right? Not really. This one will probably just go right back into my donate pile because it's really not worth it for me to sell. Why am I bothering to get the slipcover back on? There we go. It's supposed to be a good movie. Maybe we'll watch it. And the rest of these are werewolf movies. I don't know. Someone must have been really into werewolves, and now they don't care for them anymore, so they donated all of their werewolf movies to the Salvation Army.
I like to make werewolf movies.
This was the first one I saw, and probably the best one of the lot. Ginger Snaps, rare out of print. If you find this one, pick it up. I think it's still worth about maybe $30. It's not a cheap one. Fang, the only one I hadn't heard of this one at all. I have no idea what this one is. It looks pretty cheap, but we'll see. Roma Santa? I've never heard of this one, The Werewolf Hunt. It's rated R though, you don't get a lot of R-rated werewolf movies. Maybe it's pretty good, I'm really not sure. And these ones are cool to find. The Howling Collection, which is strange. They must have not been able to get the rights to the first two, but it only has Howling 3, 4, 5, and 6. And out of the whole thing, I've only seen Howling 3, the Marsupials, because that's the one set in Australia. Yeah, I've not seen any of the other ones. The other ones are late 80s, early 90s, though. I've definitely not seen them. But that's a cool find. Look at that awesome artwork. Great horror collection there. Coming up to September, October, it's the spooky season, folks. And the original, Joe Dante's The Howling. I've heard this one is supposed to be the best of the lot, and it's made by Joe Dante, and he's hit or miss, but his early work is usually pretty good. I think this one's from 80 or 81, so proper classic. And the last lot of stuff here was just from the Cash Converters in Mount Gravatt. You'll never see pickups from there again because they're closing down on the Friday. They're moving down the street to a smaller store. They're not going to have any retail section at all, so they told me... yeah, they were telling me this, and I thought, hey, I'm actually going to get a good deal on something, and I asked for a discount, and they said, nah. Hell no. So I was going to buy... I had two $9 PS4 games. I was going to ask if they'd do two for $15 because I wanted both of them. The other one was Mirror's Edge Catalyst in a steelbook. And I thought, I'm not paying more for the steelbook, but I think about $7.50 is what I'd be willing to pay for Mirror's Edge Catalyst. And they would not budge an inch, so I thought, I'll just put it back then. We have $3 here for Wii Sports. You know, I'm picking up these Wii Sports now. They're going to go up in the future. I absolutely guarantee it. It happened before. It'll happen again. These things happen in cycles. I know these went up to about $25 when the pandemic hit. You know, the pandemic's not going to happen again. Fingers crossed. But I think these Wii Sports are going to slowly go up. You know, I think when people think of the Nintendo Wii, they're thinking of Wii Sports. So even though there's a lot of copies out there, people are going to want it. It's similar to something like this, Coraline, where there are heaps of copies of this out there, but they're always worth a little bit, and they're always creeping up slowly. $2 for that, really great deal. I'll get $15 for that, as I always do. And two PS4 games here. Two to add to my collection that I did not own. At the Outer Worlds here, I've heard very good things about this, made by Obsidian. Supposed to be $5 for that fantastic price. Supposed to be very similar to Fallout New Vegas specifically. It's supposed to be a little bit quirky, a little odd, just like Fallout New Vegas. Haven't played it, but one I'm definitely looking forward to sitting down and trying. I do really like Fallout 3 and New Vegas. I think I like Fallout 3 a little bit more. But New Vegas is also fantastic. And this one here, which I've heard okay things about, is a Greedfall. I did not pay $80 for it. I paid $9 for it, which, even at that, I thought maybe that's a little bit high for this, but it's not too bad of a price. It still goes for about $30, $35 online, so I think it's pretty new as well. I can't see the year, it's covered by the sticker, but I'm pretty sure this one only came out a few years ago, maybe 2019. I have Greedfall there. Cool one to find, add to the PS4 collection. Not sure if I'll ever get around to... Well, I will get around to playing it, but how long it'll take. What I did find really funny, and I noticed, is that these two cover arts are almost exactly the same. You have the title at the top, you have like the world in the background, and you have the characters standing in the same pose over a pile of, one's on a mountain, one's on a oh bless me, one's on a pile of rubble. It's funny, it's like this is the fantasy version, this is the sci-fi version, and they're both RPGs. Yeah, I thought not a bad deal for that. Alright, thank you guys for watching. This is Sigma House bidding you guys farewell. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely leave comments below if you got this far into the video. Tell me what you thought. If you like the Howling movies, if you like the PS4 games, let me know. I love reading the comments and I get back to every single one. Thank you for watching. Bye.